Okay, everybody, we've tasted everything the Flower and Garden Festival has to offer in EPCOT, and we're ready to tell you about the best of the fest here on DFV Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. EPCOT's Flower and Garden Festival might be one of our favorite ways to welcome in the spring season. This festival kicks off on March 2nd and lasts until July 4th, providing us with interactive gardens and outdoor kitchen eats for a solid 4 months. So today I'm here to tell you about what you can expect to see at this festival, as well as tips and tricks on how to navigate it successfully. But mainly this video is all about the food. What were the best savory options, the best sweets, the best booths? Enough of the questions, let's jump right in. Now, although the food makes up a big part of the Flower and Garden Festival, especially for us, the floral essences and other outdoor activities are what make this fest stand out from the others. So while you're tasting around the outdoor kitchens, don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Literally. Here are a few of our favorite things to do during this festival. First, check out those topiaries. There are so many good ones this year and some returning favorites as well. You can also stroll around the gardens, though the most eye-catching display of floral beauty are those festival blooms wrapping around the World Showcase Lagoon. That's not the only place you're going to find breathtaking and budding displays. There are several flower beds and gardens around this festival that'll inspire you to go home and channel your own green thumb for an aspiring backyard garden. You can check out areas like Bambi's Butterfly House and World Nature, where if you're lucky and still enough, you might just have a winged friend land on your shoulder. The Chinese Zodiac Garden in the China Pavilion, where you can track down your favorite zodiac creature. The Bonsai Collection in the Japan Pavilion, featuring the very trees known for their living sculpture essence. And the brand new France Bouquet Garden, showcasing a collection of freshly cut flowers ready for a bouquet. You can also jam out to a Garden Rocks concert. It's scientifically proven that plants grow better with music, right? And if that is the case, then the EPCOT flowers will be skyrocketing after the Garden Rocks concert series wows audiences. Depending on when you're visiting, you might see artists and bands like Rick Springfield, the Pointer Sisters, Toby Mac, and Simple Plan. A few new artists are being welcomed to the EPCOT Festival for 2022, like Kool and the Gang, which is awesome. Check the Disney website to see who will be performing during your visit. You can also go on the scavenger hunt. Spike the Bee is returning to the Flower and Garden Festival yet again with his oh-so-beloved scavenger hunt, aka Spike's Pollination Exploration. You can grab a game board and redeem it for a prize at the Disney Traders or World Traveler gift shops for $9.99. And if you're looking to commemorate this festival with a little keepsake, EPCOT will provide you with plenty of opportunities to do so. Be on the lookout for merchandise like Mickey Mouse home garden drinkware, Orange Bird spirit jerseys, exclusive festival pins, and magic bands, and Spike the Bee accessories. But now it's time for the stars of the show, all that glorious food. I want to say it was difficult for us to choose our favorites this year, but honestly, the foods we deemed best of the fest feature a solid mix of new options and returning favorites alike, and each earned a rightful place on our list. If you want a PDF of all our favorites this year, then check out disneyfoodblog.com/FLAG2022. After this video, if you drop us your email, we'll send you a printable list of our best of the fest picks straight to your inbox. And as an added bonus, we'll get you signed up for our free newsletter. That way you'll be able to keep up to date on all the news that could impact your future Disney World vacations, and there's going to be a lot of it. Okay, we're going to start with a new one in our best of the fest. It is the goat cheese creamsicle pop at Farmer's Feast. Let's kick things off. The goat cheese creamsicle pop might sound bizarre, but this is the perfect dessert for someone who's looking for an ice cream-like treat that's not going to melt immediately. This creamy custard popsicle is made of goat cheese cremeux, orange cream, olive oil cake, cranberry sauce, and praline. There's a nice balance here between the zestiness of the cranberry sauce and the sweetness of the vanilla cream, and then you have the olive oil cake, which isn't sweet at all really, but it adds a moist layer to the subtle goat cheese flavor and the fruity sauces. Next is our BLT Scone at Cider House. Have you ever had a BLT sandwich but wished it were even better? The new BLT Scone at Cider House is what dreams are made of for you. This scone has Newski's applewood smoked bacon, sun-dried tomato and basil, and a side of bacon jam. And let's not underplay the bacon jam here. That jam really adds a new layer of sweetness when spread across the flaky surface of that scone. The bacon inside the scone also gets a gold star for that salty and smoky flavor. We love the Newski's bacon. You can try it for yourself for $5. The fried cinnamon roll bites at Sunshine Griddle are back on our list this year. We're so hyped to see Sunshine Griddle return for its second Flower and Garden Festival. And of course, what better way to welcome it back than by ordering those fried cinnamon roll bites that we've been dreaming about since last festival? I mean, what's better than a cinnamon roll? A fried cinnamon roll. That's right. These are made with cream cheese frosting and candied bacon for $4.50. Now, this super sweet dessert really set the bar high last year, and it still came back to reclaim its place among our best of the fest. These bites are pillowy and gooey with cinnamon-filled centers. All right, shrimp and grits at Sunshine Griddle are back. Let's stick around this booth and showcase something more on the savory side of things. The shrimp and grits are made with blackened shrimp and cheddar cheese grits, topped off with a hearty portion of brown gravy and sweet corn salsa. This is the type of food you could probably get 2 back-to-back orders of and still want more. Those creamy, buttery grits are complemented nicely by the bed of savory toppings, and a bowl of shrimp and grits is going to cost you $7.25. Okay, we're still at Sunshine Griddle for this next one. We can't help it. This is just a really good booth. Another offering from Sunshine Griddle is the $6 avocado toast, which isn't only gorgeous to look at, but is also buttery, salty, and of course, avocado-y. Is avocado-y a word? No, but it is now. The toast is marinated with toy box tomatoes, which provide a fresh and slightly garlic addition to the ciabatta. And as far as those edible flowers go, they don't really add anything to the flavors at play here, but they do look pretty. Now, we are excited about the 3 different arepas at La Isla Fresca this year. You've got your arepas topped with melted queso fresco, your shrimp arepas, and your brand new chorizo arepas. When it comes to which is better, it's definitely a tie between the chorizo and shrimp for us, but all of them had a really good flavor as a whole. Both the shrimp and chorizo arepas feature spicy crushed chunks of avocado ají and tomato sauce. And we can't get enough of the new epic dessert from the Caribbean-themed outdoor kitchen La Isla Fresca as well. The coconut tres leches is made with a moist vanilla cake soaked in oat milk, almond milk, and coconut milk, but don't mistake moist for soggy. This cake wasn't drenched by any means. It was a nice spongy texture. The toasted coconut on top gave this dessert an extra layer of flavor without being too overpowering. And we're adding the France Pavilion specialty beignets back onto our best of the fest list this year. The beignet Carmelise is filled with vanilla cream and glazed with caramel fleur de sel. The caramel is thick and gooey, while the beignet itself is super fluffy and cooked just right, giving it a light, crisp texture on the outside. The sugar sprinkled on top also gives this beignet a nice added crunch, but I wish there would have been even more sugar, because the more sugar, the merrier. There's a lot of vanilla cream packed inside this dessert, so if you're someone who loves donuts with the custard filling, this will probably be on your best of the fest list too. Okay, we are up to the frozen desert violet lemonade at Pineapple Promenade. This specialty lemonade continues to serve up flavors and style. They even had a whole merchandise collection modeled after this one in past years, and you can order a cup of it for $4.50. It's not too sugary and not too floral tasting. It's just right, and I think the internet pretty much agrees. Now that the Florida heat is just starting to pick up, the frozen desert violet lemonade is going to be a really nice and refreshing beverage to help keep you cool. And hey, seafood fans, this one is for you. The seared scallops over at Northern Bloom are bacon wrapped and drizzled with a brown butter vinaigrette. They're not extremely fishy tasting, so if you like more subtle seafood flavors, this one's going to be right up your alley. This dish is, however, a bit more on the salty side, just to give you a heads up. It's because of all that tender bacon, can't complain. And these scallops also come with a side of French green beans and butter potatoes. It's basically a whole meal. You can grab an order for $7.25. Heading over to the Japan Pavilion, we're talking chicken yakitori at Hanami. This is brand new. It's a grilled chicken with scallions, red pepper shoyu emulsion, and pickled onions. That red pepper sauce provides a nice kick, but the chicken doesn't really need it to stand out. So if you like chicken and not necessarily spicy foods, you can still eat this without that red pepper emulsion. The chicken is well cooked and pairs nicely with the pickled onions. Over at Citrus Blossom, we've got double prizes. For $15, you'll get a tart yet sweet orange lemon smoothie along with that souvenir Orange Bird sipper cup. He'll go perfectly next to our Figment popcorn bucket. This is a non-alcoholic beverage that's a great midday treat for both kiddos and adults alike. Next up is Refreshment Port. We're looking at a new alcoholic beverage that's light and refreshing. The Lavender Martini is a very straightforward drink made strictly of vodka with lavender and lemon. The lemon is light and the lavender comes through strong without tasting like you're drinking like a liquid bouquet of flowers, which is great. Over at Jardin de Fiestas, the poppy flower margarita is definitely a must get. This isn't just one of those best new festival items, it might be one of the best Mexico Pavilion margaritas, period. The fresh cucumber juice and hibiscus tea give the poppy flower margarita floral notes on the back end. And we gotta admit, the chili salt rim could have had a bit more spice, but that's really our only critique. Otherwise, this margarita features a nice balance of flavors for you. And you know what goes great with a new margarita? A new enchilada, especially the one featured over at the Mexico booth, the enchilada de mole negro. This might have multiple rings of flavors layered together, but the mole itself has a sweetness to it, kind of like Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. The queso is creamy and a solid contrast to the spicy sweet levels of the mole, and you can't really taste the avocado in this dish, but you can taste the chicken, and the chicken has just the right amount of spice to it. The layers, sauces, and corn tortilla wrapping create a tasty blend we would gladly order again. Now, if you're more of a beer connoisseur, the Stiegl Brewery Raspberry Radler over at the Farmer's Market is fruity and not overly sweet. It's an easy one to chug down real quick if you're not careful, especially when the Orlando sun is relentless this summer. You can order up a 6-ounce cup for $5 or 12-ounce for $9. And this is over in Germany. Okay, Citrus Blossom again, my friends. Here's another newbie that we're welcoming to the Best of the Fest list. The grapefruit tart is made of grapefruit curd, lychee jam, ginger mousse, and yuzu cream. The curd has a nice fluffy pudding-like texture, and when you cut it open, the lychee jam comes oozing out of it like gooey lava. The jam is tangy and tastes great next to the also super fluffy ginger mousse. As far as the crust of the tart goes, all these ingredients sit atop a shortbread that's buttery and light. And with all those soft flavors at play, the shortbread is a necessary ingredient to help break up the custardy texture. This brand new offering is $5.25. And last year, you could find my beloved grilled street corn over at Trowel and Trellis, but the corn has now found a new home at Flavorful Kitchen. This is a simple snack made even better by that savory garlic spread. It's been a tried and true favorite of ours for a long time, and I'm so glad it was only relocated and not stripped away from the festival entirely. Okay, that's our Best of the Fest. Now let's talk quickly about the best booth. Reclaiming its title as best booth of the Flower and Garden Festival is Sunshine Griddle this year. This booth blew us away when it was first introduced in 2021, and here we are still being blown away by it. And there really weren't that many changes to it. The shrimp and grits and avocado toast provide high quality savory options, while the sweet stuff, like the fried cinnamon roll bites and the Froot Loops shake, provide us with maximum comfort food vibes. Runners up for best booths, let's give a quick shout out to our other two favorite booths of the festival. We got the Caribbean-inspired flavors over at La Isla Fresca, which provided us with both returning and new favorites alike. We love being able to chow down on the multiple arepas, as well as fall in love with the new dessert, the coconut tres leches. Jardin de Fiestas over in the Mexico Pavilion also deserves a nice round of applause. You just can't overlook all the powerful flavors going on with that enchilada de mole negro and the poppy flavor margarita. 10 out of 10 marg content, would marg again. If you're not big on the chipotle chicken featured in the enchilada, you can always try the barbacoa beef-based taco vampiro instead, or you can order the plant-based tostada de chorizo. Not to mention the foods featured at this booth are all gluten and wheat allergy friendly. Okay, best for kids at this year's festival, we got the Froot Loops shake at Sunshine Griddle again. It takes a top spot for those kiddos at $4.75. It's a tasty treat that isn't just fun to look at because of all the vibrant cereal colors. It's a shake that tastes like the sugary cereal we used to chow down on while watching Saturday morning cartoons. So although it's great for the kids, it'll also give the grown-ups a sense of nostalgia without being too overpoweringly sweet. Now, the Frushi has reappeared at the Flower and Garden Festival time and again, and we're still over here gushing over it. This is at Hanami in Japan. With each Frushi order, you'll receive 3 pieces of fruit sushi made with strawberry, pineapple, and cantaloupe. The Frushi is contained in sweet rice and pink soy wrap served with whipped cream, drizzled berry sauce, and toasted coconut. It's a fun and healthier dessert option for the kiddos and adults too. Next on our best for the kids list is the cookie butter worms and dirt at Flavorful Kitchen. This is a super fun one. It's not brand new. It's been around for a couple years, but it is a blast. And it's extra fun to channel our inner Timon and Pumbaa for this one. This is one of those fruity mousse cups that Disney likes to incorporate into many of their dessert-based items, but what makes it stand out from others are the gummy worms on top and the cocoa butter powder and cookie crumble crust. So I've got to point out that this item is advertised really strangely. First off, it's not really cookie butter. It's more a sweet mousse with fresh strawberries and chocolate candy crisps on the inside. And secondly, they have this on the menu as a non-alcoholic beverage. So if we're eating this wrong, we're not sure, were we supposed to slurp it down with a straw or use a spoon? It's always kind of melted and kind of weird, so your kid's probably gonna love it though. The details and standard mousse flavor may not mesh with the adults very well, but kids should have a lot of fun gobbling up those gummy worms. Most Instagrammable on our Best of the Fest list this year is the strawberry cheesecake funnel cake at Funnel Cakes. Yeah, funnel cakes, that's what it's called. The strawberry cheesecake funnel cake is a beaut, but as far as flavor is concerned, we've had better. The funnel cake itself should be a nice balance of crisp and fluffy batter like every good funnel cake should be, but the strawberry syrup drizzled on top tasted kind of like cough medicine, you know, like that artificial fruit flavoring. But there's no denying this funnel cake is ready for its close-up. Now, we've got a few tips for you for this year's festival. Before you book it over to EPCOT's Flower and Garden Festival, you're going to want to keep in mind these updates. Bring your hand sanitizers. Though EPCOT has hand sanitizer locations located all throughout the park, you can't rely on them always being filled. So make sure you pack a portable hand sanitizer in your park bag that you can use before and after trying foods at the outdoor kitchens. Be mindful of your time as well. Normally EPCOT opens at 8:30, but the outdoor kitchens don't open until 11. So hit up some other areas of the park first, maybe ride a few of with those rides, and remember to eat a small breakfast ahead of time to hold you over until lunch. Order your must-eats earlier rather than later. There may come a time when more popular outdoor kitchens will run out of a certain item, causing the booth to temporarily take said item off their menu or have to use a substitute ingredient. For a better chance at this not happening, then order those must-eat items first. Chances are the supplies will be ready to go at the start of the day. This isn't foolproof by any means, but it's still a good strategy to incorporate into your plans. And remember to brace yourself for those spring break crowds. Throughout the middle of March and extended on through mid-April, you're going to run into the spring break crowds. We've got an entire video on our YouTube channel that walks you through how to best manage these masses, but for now, just know that lines for the food booths have the potential of being really long, especially during prime lunch and dinner times and on weekends. So as is always, our recommendation during festivals is go early in the day and go during the weekdays. Okay, be sure to grab a passport. If you're needing help tracking down all the top-notch foods I listed for you today, grab an EPCOT Festival passport. These not only include a list of all the different foods and their locations, but also has a garden graze challenge featured on the back. If you try all the foods featured in this outdoor kitchen scavenger hunt, you'll be able to redeem your passport at the Pineapple Promenade for a special prize. And don't forget to grab a copy of our 2022 DFB Flower and Garden Festival Guide. It is available now. Head to dfbstore.com and order a copy of our festival guide, which includes all the in-depth flower and garden festival details you could ever hope or dream for. Use code YouTube to get a discount on this guide or on any of our other snack guides or bundles at dfbstore.com. Okay, is your green thumb ready, or maybe at least your appetite? You can find even more outdoor kitchens and food reviews on the DFB website. We ate all of them, we ate everything, and it's all over there on DFB reviews for every single booth. So if we didn't shout out an eat or a sweet that you're interested in knowing more about, check out our detailed posts on DisneyFoodblog.com. And don't forget to grab a copy of the Best of the Fest list over at DisneyFoodblog.com/FLAG 2022. That's Flag 2022. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.